Traffic laws are designed to make sure all roadway users are protected, and if the laws are broken, there are consequences including fines, loss, or suspension of a license, or even in extreme cases, jail. Leaders in promoting safe driving are responsible drivers who do the following. Always buckle up and make sure that all their passengers are secured in proper restraints before starting to drive for every trip. Always buckle up when riding with someone else and speak up when they don't buckle up or when others in the vehicle are not secured in proper restraints before starting to drive for every trip. Never drive when physically or mentally impaired and refuse to ride with someone else who is. Never become distracted while driving, such as don't use your cell phone or other electric devices, eat, or put on makeup while driving. Know the traffic laws and follow them, such as always use signals indicating when you will turn, stop, or switch lanes and stay within a safe speed. Understand that when you have passengers, they depend on safe driving as your top priority. Make sure your vehicle is parked legally and cannot roll away on a hill or is blocking traffic or pedestrians. Ensure that your vehicle is safe to drive on the streets or highways. If you are under 18, know you are accountable to your parent or guardian who has to cover all the expenses, should you be in a crash that causes any property damage, injuries, or deaths. Being a leader also means stepping in when your friends are about to do something dangerous like drive after they have been drinking. A safe and respectful driver also shares the road with and has empathy with other motorists, pedestrians, and bicyclists. Empathy means that you show understanding, sympathy, and compassion toward others. Everyone makes mistakes, and all drivers at some point will make a mistake or do something to annoy another driver. If someone does something that annoys you or they do something wrong when driving, stop and consider that could be you. Put yourself in their shoes and do not judge. It is also important not to be prejudiced against a certain type of road user. For instance, to always believe a young driver is reckless or an older road user is slow, because that is not always the case. Today in the United States, we have more than 230 million registered vehicles and 4 million miles of paved roads. Roadways have become the #1 choice for moving people and goods. 60% of freight is transported on the roads. Emergency vehicles such as fire trucks and police vehicles respond to emergencies by way of roads. Pedestrians and bicyclists also share the roads with vehicles. A key to operating our system of roads and highways safely is for all the roadway users to act responsibly and show respect to everyone using the system by giving them the room they need to be safe on the road. Operating in this manner also helps to avoid conflicts that can needlessly escalate. Some common examples that show a lack of respect behind the wheel include running a red light, changing lanes without signaling, tailgating, using a cell phone or other electronic device while driving, weaving in and out of traffic, driving unreasonably slow, drifting in and out of the lane of traffic, and cutting in front of another driver and then slowing down. Extreme cases of disrespectful or aggressive driving can escalate to road rage. Examples are cursing and rude or obscene gestures, throwing objects, ramming, and sideswiping. According to the AAA Foundation for Traffic Safety, millions of drivers engage in disrespectful driving. Purposefully tailgating, 51%, which is 104 million drivers. Yelling at another driver, 47%, which is 95 million drivers. Honking to show annoyance or anger, 45%, which is 91 million drivers. Making angry gestures, 33%, which is 67 million drivers. Trying to block another vehicle from changing lanes, 24%, which is 49 million drivers. Cutting off another vehicle on purpose, 12%, which is 24 million drivers. Getting out of the vehicle to confront another driver, 4%, which is 8 million drivers. And bumping or ramming another vehicle on purpose, 3%, which is 6 million drivers. Reckless and disrespectful driving is not only dangerous, it can harm the environment. There is no doubt that carbon emissions from vehicles have a detrimental impact on air quality. Some things to consider to help be more environmentally conscious when driving include fuel efficiency, slow down and drive sensibly. Aggressive driving, such as speeding, rapid acceleration, and hard braking, wastes gas and can lower your gas mileage by roughly 15% to 30% at highway speeds and 10% to 40% in stop-and-go traffic. Avoid keeping unnecessary items in your vehicle, especially heavy ones. An extra 100 pounds in your vehicle could reduce your miles per gallon by about 1%. The reduction is based on the percentage of extra weight relative to the vehicle's weight and affects smaller vehicles more than larger ones. Check your vehicle regularly and always make sure that it is serviced according to the schedule in the owner's manual. This will help your engine remain efficient and help your fuel consumption. You should also check your tire pressure regularly and before long journeys. If your tires are underinflated, they create more rolling resistance and use more fuel. Underinflated tires are dangerous and can alone increase fuel consumption by up to 15%. Turn off your in-vehicle electrics. Electrical loads increase the environmental impact of your vehicle by using more fuel, so turn them off when you don't need them. Switch off air conditioning, headlights, the radio, demisters, and your heated rear windscreen when you are not using them. Avoid excessive idling, which can use a quarter to a half gallon of fuel per hour, depending on engine size and air conditioner use. Turn off your engine when your vehicle is parked. It only takes about 10 seconds worth of fuel to restart your vehicle. Use cruise control on the highway, which helps maintain a constant speed and will save gas. Mandatory emissions testing. Emissions testing in Louisiana is overseen by the Department of Public Safety, or DPS, and the Office of State Police, Transportation, and Environmental Safety, with assistance from the Louisiana Department of Environmental Quality. Not all vehicles are required to undergo emissions checks, but all vehicles must complete an annual safety inspection at an authorized motor vehicle inspection station before renewing the vehicle registration. Vehicle owners who live in the 5-parish ozone non-attainment region of Baton Rouge must perform a safety and emissions test once per year. After vehicle inspection is completed, drivers will obtain a smog certification and a windshield sticker will be placed on the vehicle which shows that it meets local emissions requirements. Failure to perform a vehicle inspection before or on the test due date can result in citations from local law enforcement officials. Proper disposal of fluids, tires, and batteries. Often a vehicle mechanic or place that does vehicle repairs and maintenance will handle the disposal of fluids, tires, and batteries. However, if you have these items and need to dispose of them, you can also go to a tire and recycling center in Baton Rouge, Bossier City, Lafayette, Metairie, Shreveport, and New Orleans. In addition, many landfills will also have special areas where you can dispose of vehicle fluids or batteries. And planning safer and more efficient activities and routes, plan the route that will get you to your destination quickly and efficiently. A route that makes you drive unnecessary mileage wastes time and gas. If you must go to several locations to run errands throughout the week, plan ahead of time and try to combine stops that are closer to each other into one trip. Travel on off-peak hours to avoid traffic congestion if you can, to reduce stop and start travel which consumes more gas. All of these tips are not only good for the environment, but they also help keep money in your pocket. As an example, while each vehicle reaches its optimal fuel economy at a different speed or range of speeds, gas mileage usually decreases rapidly at speeds above 50 miles per hour. You can assume that each 5 miles per hour you drive over 50 miles per hour is like paying an additional 14 cents per gallon for gas. While gas prices vary and you can sometimes save money because when you choose to fill up your tank, you can also save yourself as much or more money throughout the year by driving efficiently.